Positive energy all the time. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Okay, he wants to get in contact with us. Yeah, just hit me up. You can hit me up right here. Yeah, just email, hit me up. Yeah, hit me up. I'm gonna set that up. Yeah, hit me up. We'll set that up. You know what I mean? We'll make that happen. I time up. I'm in down. So look, how you all doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing excellent. Positive energy all the time. Hope you're eating right. Staying in shape. To be able to fight against this Babylonian system. There's a lot going on in the world. Come on in, come on in. And you know how we do, represent. Are you at Chicago Blues Festival? Oh yeah, that's nice. The Blues Fest and the Jazz Fest is always nice. I should have went to see Buddy Guy. I think he's retiring. A lot of people don't know that Buddy Guy is Shauna, the rapper. That's her father. We got Fresno, California in the building. Shout out to everybody on Kick. I represent Chicago. All my people on Facebook. I'm representing Chicago. Both of my Facebook accounts. I'm here. Everybody on YouTube. And everybody on Twitch. Yeah, everything is good. Fresno, California in the building. Working hard. Just got finished working out a little bit. Had a long night. Was up all night till this morning. So I slept most of the day. Trying to catch up on all my internet work. I got a lot of internet work to do, a lot of work to do. It's a lot. But I'm making it happen. Building up the Vegan Intel YouTube account. That's looking good. Trying to get everything ready for Pharaoh Said That Live. So that's going to be dropping soon. And most of all, trying to stay alive, which is a very difficult job, staying alive. It's not easy. You have to work at it. Yes, indeed. So we get ready to get into a lot. A lot's going on. A lot is going on. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Oh boy. It was all good just a week ago. I'm telling you. Only in America. uh, a lot is going on, I tell you that. Only in America. Everybody come on over, come on over. We'll wait for you all to get in here before we kick this off. I think late tonight I'm going to be over on Vegan Intel doing some late night, maybe vegan chitter chatter. I'm not sure if I'll be over here or over there. I'll gotta think about it. I gotta think about it. A lot's popping off. I don't know if y'all are keeping up with it. Are you keeping up with what's going on with Trump and Elon? Elon found out the hard way. I really think Elon should have kept his mouth shut. But maybe you think he can handle it? I don't believe he can handle it. Shout out. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like it, sweetheart. Always a pleasure to see you, beautiful. Anything for you, baby. Shout out to Will of the Most High. It's representing Atlanta. You say you're about to quit the hospital job. You need to work for yourself. Well, if you want to work for yourself, stay at the hospital job and work for yourself. Try to set up your new business first with the money you're getting from the hospital. And then try to figure out how you can work for yourself. If you are a nurse, I would suggest maybe starting your own agency. That's what I would suggest. I would suggest start your own agency. My ex was a nurse. She wouldn't listen. I tried to tell her, start your own agency that calls for nurses when nurses don't come in. Be your own first employee. And so you work the company and you send yourself. So you're making all the money. They're paying the company's paying you, but it's all your money. So your company keeps some of the money and you get what you're supposed to get. Then after time, hire more nurses at your agency and then expand and start hiring people to do radiation, x-rays, they call it, the people that fix broken bones. I mean, if I was a nurse, that's what if I was medical and I had my degree and stuff, I would start an agency. I wouldn't work for them. I'd start an agency. I tried to tell my ex that she wouldn't listen. Although she don't work there no more. Go work at an insurance company. Go work for one of the big insurance companies. They pay real good. That's what my daughter's about to do. But, and start an agency. Sometimes they don't have nobody to do the radiology. They don't have nobody to do whatever they do where they repair the broken bones. The hospital be not having everybody needed for a hospital. You have nursing agencies, but somebody need to have an entire hospital agency with everybody on staff for every field in the hospital, including doctors. We can send you a doctor if you need one. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you, Azim. Yeah, Teresa, always a pleasure, sweetheart. With your extra pretty self. You know what I'm saying? Night nurse, only you alone can quench this here thirst. So it's a bunch going on, y'all. A bunch, a bunch, a bunch. When I say a bunch, I mean a bunch. I'm feeling all right. Feeling a little funny. Oh, that's nice, sweetheart. You gonna get scooped up out here. Somebody gonna wife you. So they are. Yeah, I just finished working out. Oh, yeah, I just finished working. I haven't been to the gym because I might cancel my gym membership for a couple months because I don't see how I'm gonna be able to get in there. I like to go to the gym early in the morning when it's not crowded, but I'm not gonna be able to go to the gym in the morning no time soon. So I think I'm gonna postpone my. Tell them to just hold my subscription, and I'll let them know when I want to restart it. Because I'd be working out in the evening time at home. I'm not gonna be able to make it to the gym. I probably won't go back to the gym until fall, if then. Because working on this book and all of this, I don't know. I'm not getting enough. I'm getting enough sleep, but I'm not getting sleep at the right time to go to the gym. I go to the gym at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, or I'll go around 11 or 12. But I'm not getting enough sleep to do that. So I'm working out 2, 3 in the evening, 4 in the evening, 5 in the evening, 11 at night, 2 in the morning is when I'm working out. So I don't know. I had a good workout today though, for sure. So I might cancel that because I'm gonna be hitting a bike because I can hit the bike. I live right off of Lakeshore Drive. I can hit the bike, hit the lake, zoom, zoom back, take about an hour and a half out my day, and don't miss a beat. But I'm over here talking because Elon and Trump are beefing. They're beefing. They're beefing. They're beefing. They're beefing. They are beefing. Yeah, they are beefing. So while they're beefing, Elon says Trump was on the Epstein list. Unbelievable. He says he says Trump was on the Epstein. The relationship between Trump and Epstein is well established. Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 7 times, though it's not clear he ever went to the island. Here's what Trump said about Epstein in 2002. Epstein likes to tell people that he's a loner, a man who's never touched alcohol or drugs, and one whose nightlife is far from energetic. And yet, if you talk to Donald Trump, a different Epstein emerges. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Trump booms from the speakerphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life. And so he's saying Jeffrey's on, that Trump is on the Epstein list. So then that's what I'm going to talk about, because a lot of people are saying who was on the Epstein's list. I was just on the phone with a friend who didn't quite understand what I was saying. And I decided maybe a lot of people don't understand that about the Epstein list. The way the Epstein list is being used is some of the worst misinformation out here. Seriously. To to say who's on the Epstein list, or to say who came to the island, and just automatically associate them with the crimes that Epstein was charged with, it's like straight foolishness, to be honest with you. And it's just a sad thing that the media is just like YouTube. The news media, they don't care if you learn anything. They just want clicks, because it's just like YouTube, respect to YouTube. They only make their money from those commercials. They don't make anything from you. They might make some money if you're paying a subscription to some cable network. They might make a portion of that. But they make the majority of their money from commercials. And those commercials pay based on your views. So the more views you get, that means the more people saw the commercials. And then the more the commercials pay you, just like here on YouTube. The more clicks you get, the more people see your commercials, and the more they pay you and YouTube. So if you can get a lot of clicks You help out the algorithm, you help YouTube, and you help yourself. You make good money. And so the system is based on clicks, and the system has programmed the general public to take clicks as facts. So it's all like clickbait. Just get a click, 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 click. That's why we'll have so many people unalived in Chicago. Maybe we can have 15, we can have 10 people, 7 people. And the news, the Chicago local news will take the one that seems like it could get the most views and cause the most people to watch news, and they'll only tell that one. And the other 6, they won't tell it, which I feel is a travesty to the community and everything. Because if someone gets shot over around where you live at, you need to know someone got shot around where you live at. Not only that, it needs to be on the news so it can heighten uh, the attention of the city government, the police, and everybody. It's the news. But we live in a time where if the Cubs are at training camp, that's bigger news than 7 people being shot, which is, if you say so. And so it's like all sensationalism. And in this case, they're beefing. And people have been using the Jeffrey Epstein list as sensationalism and misinforming the people. And so now all they need is my name on some log sheet from getting on a plane with Jeffrey Epstein. And all of a sudden, you want to associate me with his crimes, which is the most ridiculous thing ever. That is totally foolishness. It's total foolishness to be bringing up the names of the people on them lists. This is like the worst clown stuff ever. It's not teaching our people nothing. So I want to always try to teach the people that watch me so they can learn. And so I like to teach. That's why I'm not going to let anybody come over here and uh, when I'm trying to guide you into some real knowledge and guide you away from that knowledge. Now, if somebody is childish, uninformed, they can just come back another day. Because what I'm saying is real, and there's nobody going to put up $5,000 to debate me on what I'm saying is real. Period, including ghosts. I take your money. Because you can't even show me in the hood where people that's associated with somebody got anything to do with their crimes. So it's all fake in the real world. If I'm a drug dealer, everybody come to my house is buying drugs. My mama buying drugs, my auntie, the neighbors that stop by, my high school friends, everybody that come to my house is buying drugs. Ghosts in the real world. And the people that are doing crimes with me, I got a list. I'm gonna keep a list. Ghost, if you're doing crimes, you're gonna have a list of the crime. You have a list. And so you don't know about it, but that's why you're not the one talking. See, he said he don't know about that, but nobody asked you. That's why I'm the one talking. I'm the one talking. Yeah, you got to come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow when it's a conversation you're interested in. That's how you do that. Come back tomorrow, Ghost. Yeah, come back tomorrow. So the list is nonsense, okay? The list is nonsense. The list has nothing to do with his crimes at all. The only people, we live in a very childish world, and the news media, like I said, they need the clicks. So they're not going to take time to explain the details of this and make it less exciting. They're going to keep it exciting. Jeffrey Epstein list. It's just a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. Totally. You have to be crazy to believe that people on that list was associated with what he was doing. You got to be. You have to be a totally misinformed person or whatever. Let's say you wanted to debate me. Let's say Ghost wanted to debate me. Based on the rules of the debate, he went out. I asked him, what did Jeffrey Epstein do? What was it that Epstein did to make him as wealthy as he is now? He can't tell me. Debate's over. Baby, man. I go get my money, Joe. Baby. What did Jeffrey do to make him as rich as he is? Does anybody know that? Anybody think that's got something to do with children? Crazy people. Do you think that everybody that flew with him, he told them when they? Do you think he let all them people know that he was doing that? Like them people didn't know he was doing that. No, he was. That's not how he made a lot of money. That's no informant. No, wrong, wrong. That's not how he made his money. That's no informant. See what I'm talking about? That's not how he made his money. He was making money. He was wealthy, but that's not how he got filthy rich. See what I'm talking about? Now I can't blame the people. We live in a world where, like I said, they want clicks and views, so they're not going to tell you anything to make it less exciting. In August 1981, Epstein founded his own consulting firm, Intercontinental Asset Group, which assisted clients in recovering stolen money from fraudulent brokers and lawyers. Epstein described his work at this time as being a high level bounty hunter. He told friends that he worked sometimes as a consultant for governments and the very wealthy to recover embezzled funds. while at other times he worked for clients who had embezzled funds. Okay? So Jeffrey helped people get their money when they got scammed by other rich people. Right? So when you was a rich person, he helped you to get money if another rich person scammed a rich person. So if I did some business with some billionaire in France, and then I can't contact him no more because he goes to England, so I can't find him. Jeffrey's job was to find him and get my money. In return, he gets a big fee. So he chased down crooks, rich crooks, which rich crooks scam people because they can't be found, but another millionaire can find you. So he was a rich person used to chase down rich people. See, when we are poor or we're middle class and a rich person takes our money, we can't find them. We can't get no lawyer to find them. These people are intercontinental. So if I'm a multimillionaire and you intercontinental and you took my money and you globetrotting, I can't find you. But Epstein had made a lot of money in the stock market, so he could. He would globetrot and find you and recover my money. And would get a big fee. So he was getting bread already. He was getting bread before he got that bread. He was an international payment bounty hunter to run down and get that payment. That's how he got plugged with the CIA and the FBI and all these government agencies around the world, because some of them were getting scammed. Some of them were looking for these scammers, these rich scammers. So let's just start there. You're talking about a businessman that made a lot of money, legal money. So let's just start there. Don't try to start with the children. That ain't how the story starts. That's not how the story starts. So the Jeffrey Epstein list is foolishness. What airlines? Name airlines. They got a list. If you flew American Airlines, you're on the list. Yes, they still have you on the list. If you got a private jet, if I got a private jet, it's got to be parked at a hangar. In order for you to get on my jet and fly, there's a list. In case the plane crashed, how they gonna know who was on the plane? Passports have to be presented. Documents have to be presented to just fly. You can't just fly. It has to be documented. So when you get on this plane, it's documented. Not to mention, he's building a client list for legal business, not for illegal business. The illegal business is not going to have any type of public. This is just unbelievable. Illegal stuff he was doing. There's not going to be any signs of that stuff. There's not gonna be a list of that. Duh, arrive. Are there any people have a little criminal about them out here? Would you tell them? You did anything illicit? Did you keep a list of everybody that bought from you? I'm just asking. If you were doing something illegal, you kept a list of everybody? Is anybody on here did illegal stuff and kept a list? What if the list was a make believe list? The list is already a list, bro. The list is already what it is. Where did they get the list from? It's just a list. They got the list from a business, bro. There's no magical list. That's why I'm trying to teach them, highly favored. There's no magical list. The list is a business list. You know, Joshua, I used to go to parties back in the day with Gentlemen's Plus and Phil Johnson. They had a list. You sign. They send you flyers to come to more parties. You put your name and your address. They had a list. You put your name and your address. Yeah, they're misusing the list. Yeah, they're taking the list and they're just assuming that everybody's on the list got something to do with the other thing. Although the list got nothing to do with that. It's not a child list. It's not a list that has anything to do with any type of sex. It's a list, it's a business list, like a flight list or a log on who flew or a log on who it's a legal list about legal transactions. And they're taking that and they're saying, look, he was with Jeffrey, he was with Jeffrey, he was with Jeffrey. So if I would have been around Jeffrey, they'd say Pharaoh was around Jeffrey. So it's just unbelievable. You know, like, like, like seriously, like so every criminal we was around in our whole life, we have something to do with whatever the hell they was doing. Like, are you serious? Like I've been to people's houses doing all type of stuff. That I didn't have nothing to do with that. So if you got a picture, Pharaoh was at his house. this, is, this is unbelievable. Pharaoh was at his house. What? What? Yeah, Pharaoh was at his house. When dude get arrested, they say I was at his house. You can't make this stuff up. I have to put it in street terms so you can see. I'm trying to tell him, Joshua. I'm trying to tell him. It's unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. I'm on all kind of lists. I'm on all kind of lists. I go to buy something. They say, "You want a 20% discount? Get on our list." So y'all ain't been signing up for lists when you buying stuff to get 20% off. It's crazy. I'm just here to help my subscribers. I'm just trying to make sure they on a high level of thinking. You know, you can't look at who he was around and associate that with anything he did. That's not realistic. It's not realistic that everybody got on the plane with him and everybody went to that island, went there for that. It's just like if I'm having a freak party at my house, 2 in the morning. Everybody that came to my house all the time. Ain't necessarily nobody that came to the party at 2 in the morning. Not that I know of. So now you're going to say everybody, you're going to put everybody came to my house. I mean, he was at Pharaoh's house. He was with Diddy. Now everybody with Diddy, doesn't know what the hell Diddy was doing. Like, are you kidding me? So now you guilty because you was with Diddy? Are you kidding me? Everybody Diddy was with was at the freak offs. Come on, man. Come on. So now it's like the Jeffrey Epstein list. It's be tripping me out. I like the Jeffrey Epstein list. They got Whoopi Goldberg, like Whoopi Goldberg, Barack Obama, and people there. You see, Barack is Pizzagate. You know, it's the craziest thing ever. It's like that's all Jeffrey Epstein did. He didn't have no other businesses. He wasn't getting no real money. All he was doing was a creep. 24 hours, 3. That's how he paid for his jet. That's how he bought his island. Everything he got from being a creep. With the conspiracies nuts on, most of the conspiracy people are very unintelligent. They're not the brightest bulbs in the lamp. So when you see up and most of them people are stupid. Most of the conspiracy nuts are basically suckers. You can sell them. You can sell them anything. They just like the conspiracy stuff. They don't look into nothing. Like, ooh, I found out something. You know what I'm saying? They just like to think I found out something. Yeah, Pharaoh, you just don't know. It's deeper than what you think. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to this fool's house over his refrigerator. He don't know none of the ingredients and nothing he got. You understand? Like Big Lurch is over here changing the conversation. This conversation, what is he talking about? What he's see him that what you got to do? What the hell is Big Lurch talking about? What does that got to do with this conversation? We talking about a list. He's like, yeah, but he want to talk about the man's crimes. We talking about the list. We way over here. He way over there. Lurch was the big stupid dude on the Addams Family. You're right. That's Lurch. You know what I'm saying? Lurch, stop, bro. Make yourself look intelligent. Bro, get it together. Bring your intelligence level up. This has nothing to do with his crimes. His crimes was his crimes. I'm just talking about the list. I'm not talking about his crimes. I'm just talking about the fact you can't look at a list and associate everybody on the list with the crime. Now, if you're really outside or if you're a real person, you know that's real. You know that everybody that's selling drugs, that everybody that visit them ain't got nothing to do with their business. You know that. So we not going to play dumb. You know that the criminals in the neighborhood, that everybody that associate with them don't have nothing to do with their crimes in real life. Look, so he said you'd be dealing with the dudes. Okay, bro, you're a little slow. You're a little slow. Come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Okay. Some kind of way. Some kind of way. He say, I'm saying I'll deal with him. Unbelievable. Bro, come back tomorrow. Yeah, come back tomorrow. He keep talking about dealing with him. I'm talking about the list and associate people on the list. And he talk about dealing with them. And he's jumping to the conclusion that everybody on the list knew what he was doing. I can't teach him. He's got to learn on his own. Who believes that everybody on that list knew what Epstein was doing with the children? Does anybody believe that? I'm just trying to check the temperature. Does anybody believe that everybody that met him knew what he was doing? Does anybody believe that? I'm just trying to see if we in the real world or are we in make believe. Who thinks that everybody that talked to him and met him knew what he was doing? Does anybody believe that? So when the dude asked me would I deal with somebody like that, the question is, would I know what he's doing? If I met Jeffrey Epstein at some business, would I know any of that? How would I know any of that? It's just a fall out the air and I would know. He said most people did. Dangerous Crusade. Most people knew what he was doing. So most people knew what he was doing. You believe that, Dangerous Crew? You believe most people knew what he was doing? You believe that? Yes or no? This is unbelievable. And how they know? How they knew? How they knew? How did they know? Dangerous. He had like a. He did ran commercials. He said it was known in them celebrity circles. So everybody he met was in a celebrity circle, and he was in the businessman. So businessmen are in celebrity circles. This the same guy that I blocked. This big lurch. Yeah. Well, look, I'm only for the highly people that want to learn. You understand? And you're not good for my chat. Come back in 30 minutes. Or come back tomorrow. Yeah, come back tomorrow. Yeah, come back. Now I want to do you tomorrow. Come back in 30 minutes. I can't today. I'm trying to make sure people ain't thinking like you thinking. You see, I come to work to try to raise y'all intelligence, and I have people that want to keep you unintelligent and keep you want to fight against me, trying to bring y'all to some common sense place. And you also notice that most of these people are using aliases and they're not real people and they're like fake, okay, under fake names and, trying to stand on real business with fake identities, but they real, they keeping it real with weirdo names. I'm saying, that's why I had to talk about it. Look, and a lot of people think like that. This system does a good job of dumbing the public down, selling the public a narrative that's an easy narrative to just ride along with whatever they say. They don't do no energy to try to raise your intelligence level. Say, okay, now this log is just a log of people getting on this plane. This has these people. This does not prove that these people have anything to do with what he's doing. They don't care because what? They get clicks. When you watch the news media, they just like YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. All they want is likes and clicks. They don't give a care what you think about the story. As a matter of fact, the more of a conspiracy it builds, the more people are watching. If they tear down the conspiracy, it's not as exciting. That's what these spirits in some of these people, that's why they fighting against me. Because these negative spirits in some of these people, right? These negative spirits of some of these people, right, are fighting against that because they live in a world that likes that. And I'm shutting their world down. And so you see the brothers and the people coming over here, this is against their world. They love the internet conspiracy world of low intelligence. They like to be able to just say, he probably was there, and this was probably that, and he was with him. He probably was with Diddy too. They like that. Although in the streets it's not real. That's not real. That people in the streets, in the hood that's doing crimes, everybody they're in contact with does not know they're doing these crimes. When I was doing crimes, my parents had no idea. My aunties had no idea. My school friends had no idea. Unless you was buying what I was selling, you didn't know what I was selling. Period. And everybody that was on my phone was not involved in my crimes. On my call list. In the real world. In the real world, not the internet world with fake trolls with fake names. They ain't standing on nothing. I ain't gonna put their money where their mouth at. You want to argue with me? Put up $5,000 and have my money. Okay? Now again, let's get a mediator that's gonna be fair. You're gonna lose the debate and you're gonna run my bread. As far as me arguing with you for free on the internet, it's not gonna happen. You gotta pay me, partner. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm trying to help the people that's listening. So the Epstein list is a list of insinuations. That's all it is. It's a list of insinuations. All these people on this list, they're insinuating. Bruce Willis. I mean, you could go down the list. Does it make any sense to insinuate all these people went there for what he was accused for? Does that make any common sense? That all these people was involved with what he was doing that visited his island? Does it even make sense that he would promote himself as what he was doing illegal to all these people? Do we got any criminals in here? If you was a criminal, would you let all these people know what you was doing? That don't even fit crime. Okay? So, the people in argument, they ain't doing no crime. When you're doing crime, that's a small group compared to the group in your life. You have a bigger group in your regular life, and you have a small group in your criminal life. That's all real. That's not fake. There was way more people in my legal life than in my criminal life. My criminal life is like this. My real life is aunties, uncles, friends, schoolmates, associates, people in the music business. The majority of people I'm around have nothing to do with my crimes. When you're doing crimes, the smallest group in your circle are the people that's doing crimes with you. It's all facts. These are absolute facts. Whether you're a gangster, a mobster, a hitman, selling drugs, whatever, the majority of the people are not involved with what you're doing that's in your life, including your baby mama. Your baby mama ain't got nothing to do with it. In 99% of the cases, 90% of the cases, it might be 10% people got their baby mama involved, but no, she ain't. She ain't got nothing. Ain't nobody got nothing to do with what you're doing. It's a small group. When you're doing illegal business, you make a lot of money from a few people. You don't make a lot of money from a lot of people when you're doing crime. You make a lot of money from a few people. His other businesses, if they know what he was doing, they ain't gonna do business with him. Y'all really believe all them people would do business with him if they knew what he was doing? This is what you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me that all these people would have did business with him if they knew what he was doing? If they knew the other stuff? Come on, man, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Most, especially black men that into conspiracies, are dumb. Probably didn't do well in school, aren't that intelligent, can't do critical thinking, can't do math, just ain't really that bright as bulbs in the lamp. Because anybody that thinks something through, no, nah, this don't go like that. The Jeffrey Epstein list is like a hype for media. Media use it to hype a story. That's really a boring story. He was a creep doing creepy stuff in the dark and he got caught. That's the real story. But if they can put all these politicians possibly within it, and how these was possibly with them, and look at the list, which one of them you think, if they can do that, they can hype the story up and get more money out the story. Basically. If they could put the first black president in any kind of conspiracy, y'all ever notice that they put Barack Obama in every conspiracy? Because racism that plays a part. Barack was there. He ain't good. They blanked on Barack. I went and watched this conspiracy video, Fall Cabal, and they threw Barack in the very beginning of it. I said, man, look at this racism. Even the conspiracies is racist. Unbelievable. They gotta throw the black man in it. They got to. Even though if you go to that stuff, it ain't gonna be a black person nowhere. You know what I mean? If you go to them high level freak offs, it ain't gonna be no black people there. Not a one. Diddy ain't even invited. Diddy wouldn't be invited to that stuff, man. Come on, stop. Diddy was trying to do the black version. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So they like the Diddy list. So Elon said Trump is on the Diddy list. It was definitely racist, wasn't it, Coach? They say Trump was on the Diddy list. That's what Elon said. Elon said Trump is on the Diddy list. And he got all them babies by all them weirdo chicks. And he is a weirdo. And he trying to point out somebody being a weirdo. Crazy. I was trying to talk to somebody about it, and it was like talking to a brick wall. I said, dang, man, these people comprehension is crazy. Anybody with any common sense know that them lists is just lists of people. It puts out a bunch of insinuations just because we found out this man's a creep. So now every person that has any contact with them now is a creep. Chris G, people are entitled to their opinions in most cases. But when I'm over trying to tell people, for example, I'm trying to tell people, get off meat, don't eat meat. I want to ask you a question. Should I let somebody come over here and tell them to eat it and fight against my conversation? What you think, Chris? If I'm having a conversation and my objective is to get people to eat better. Do you think I should let somebody have their own opinion and come and tell my audience, eat what you want to eat, and waste my time? Chris, what you think about that? Should I let people waste my time coming and speaking against me and got me spinning my wheels and they wasting my time? Or should I get them out of here so I can tell the people what I want to tell them? And shouldn't they go to their own channel since they got a strong opinion? Then why don't they have a strong presence and get a channel? Should they piggyback off of me with their belief system and waste my time, Chris? Yes or no? Chris, should I allow people, if I say go to the left, should I allow you to come tell my audience to go to the right? What you think? I'm just asking him a decent question because maybe he never thought about it like that. Chris, should I spend my time to try to lead the people in a certain mental direction? Should I let somebody come and say, don't listen to him, go this way? What you think, Chris? That's a fair question, ain't it, Chris? Chris, if you tell your son to go to school and get good grades, would you let me tell him you ain't got to get no good grades? Chris, if you're talking to your children and you tell your children, you go to school and get good grades, would you let me, if I'm sitting in your living room, say, don't listen to your daddy? Don't listen to your daddy. Y'all ain't got to go to school and get no good grades. You'll let me do that? You'll let me do that? So you got to understand where I'm coming from, Chris. I'm not doing open opinions. I'm trying to kick how I look at stuff. I'm trying to help them look at something different. Why would I let somebody come and fight against me? You see what I'm saying, Chris? I got respect, but a lot of people don't understand that. I'm trying to help these people, Chris. And be honest, Chris. Be honest. Don't you think it's a good thing I'm telling them don't jump to conclusions with the list? You don't think I'm right? That list is out there and it's a whole bunch of insinuations when you just look at the list? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to tell them. I ain't trying to say he's innocent. I'm saying you can't just look at this list and say all these people on this list got something to do with what he was doing with children. Like, come on. So the other brother wanted to come over here saying, yeah, but he was doing that. Would you hang out with him? That's not even on subject. I'm not even talking about hanging out with him. We know he was a creep. I'm just talking about the list. The list is not a list that clearly is a list that he was dealing with children. It's a list for other things. It's a list for visits. It's a list for flights. How could you take a flight list and apply that to the crime with the... Because me and Chris could have been on the plane with him before. I could have been on the plane with him. How I know he doing this stuff? So I meet him. They introduced me to him. This is my boy, Jeffrey Epstein. So me and my boy, we fly with Jeffrey Epstein. We don't know none of this stuff. So then he get in trouble. So then the list come out. It say Pharaoh El-Aton on the list. Everybody like, Pharaoh, bruh, what? Like how we went from me on this list to this stuff he doing. Because common sense tell me, hardly nobody knew what he was doing. I don't know. I just do real common sense. Man, these people did not know what he's doing. Y'all believe all these people? Hey, listen, in the real world, if all these people knew what he was doing, he would have been busted. Who outside for real? In the real world, if that many people know what he's doing, he would have been in jail years ago. Everybody know you can't loose lip sink ships, man. You that many people, they would have told, hey, Y'all don't believe these people would have told? They would have told. They would have been told. They would have been told. Your mom and daddy not an angel either. Your mom and daddy not an angel. That was unnecessary to say. You was disrespecting a black man, being a hater, throwing that brother's name in something, but you ain't gonna throw no white people name in nothing. And yes, we're gonna honor the only black president, and we're gonna stand on the brother when he in the pit surrounded by Europeans. So yeah, we're gonna stand on the brother. We only got one. Or brothers like you that trash your only success politically like that, something wrong with you. Because if all the presidents was black and there was only one white one, he'd be Jesus Christ. So I don't even like you blacks that's always trying to trash Obama. Y'all the type of black people that hate on another brother when he get on the job with you. I don't like people like that, Chris. I don't like people like you trashing a brother like that. That's revolutionary disobedience and suicide. You respect your brother in front of these people. The reason they respect their people. Presidents were slave owners, and they still honor them. George Washington was slave owners, and they honor them. You get a day off for their goddamn holiday, and you don't say nothing about George Washington. Show me where you said George Washington was a slave owner. So now that I see you trashed Obama, come back tomorrow. Yeah, come back tomorrow. Because this Obama over here, 100%. We're not trashing our brother. You a hater. You a hater. Yeah, get your ass out of here. I think he filed for saying Trump is involved in that. He ain't got no proof that Trump was in there just because Trump was flying around with Epstein. They ain't right. They're not right for that. You can't just you can't just because I'm around somebody that's a crack dealer. You can't say I bought crack or sold crack. Period. I'm the realest alive, and I did crimes. And you cannot associate nobody that was around me with my crimes. Period. I was around a whole lot of people that did not know what I was doing. That's facts. I was around a whole lot of people that did not know what I was doing. I had a whole house making money. The only people knew what I was doing was my wife and the people at that house. And maybe probably four people knew what I was doing. Barely, maybe three, other than the people at that house. Nobody in my regular personal life, nobody that was hanging out with me knew about my crimes in the real world. I don't do fake. I don't do fake. I'm the realest alive. I don't do fake. And when people doing crimes, the people that know they doing crimes is a small number in any name of crime. Because crimes are secret. Crimes are secret. And with the kind of stuff Jeffrey Epstein get doing, he don't need a lot of clients. He can make millions just from 10 clients. He charging them probably 10 million a piece to come to that weirdo stuff. He probably make 100 million out of 10 people. And those 10 people, can't nobody know they went. Listen, if I'm having an illicit party, I can't let nobody know I'm having it. And guess what else? I can't let nobody know my clients came. It's got to be in confidentiality. So even the people that came to his events, nobody knew they was there. Nobody knew the people was at Epstein's events. This is a fact about that type of business. That was, I know everybody didn't know that. That's only the small crowd, like people that deal with animals. They have a small crowd that know people deal with animals. These just some cheap glasses I just buy. I don't be buying expensive glasses and stuff. I break them. All my expensive glasses, I don't wear them. I only wear the cheap ones. So if I break them, I get some more cheap ones. I don't wear my good stuff. I only wear my good stuff when I'm going somewhere. All this is just some cheap plastic glass. I don't be bad. Man, I don't be, man, listen, man, y'all need to follow a player. We don't get money to give money back. We keep our money. You know what I'm saying? Fly is fly. Fly ain't how much it costs. Look, fly is not by price. Fly is, you know what I'm saying? Look, fly is fly. Fly ain't no name brand. Name brand don't make you fly. You make you fly. You make they stuff fly when you put it on. When I put on their glasses, I make them fly. The glasses ain't fly. See what I'm saying? On the side note, y'all stop giving them people that y'all money for that trash. Know what I'm saying? Giving them people all that money to have some glass, then you done sat on them or dropped them and broke them. You done pay $1,800 for these glasses. That ain't worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing all that. You know what I mean? Taking your money. These break, I get some different ones. I buy some more. Throw them in the garbage. If I got a queen, she want me to have some Versace's, then she better go buy them. You know what I'm saying? She want me to have some rich glass. Okay, go get some rich coochie then. Instead of this regular coochie you got. This ain't no designer coochie. But there's when, you know what I'm saying? Why this don't say Louis Vuitton on this coochie? You know? Why it don't say LV? Why it say regular? I'm just saying. Go get LV on your coochie, and then maybe I'll go get some LV. But don't come bring me this regular coochie and want me to have a whole lot of money for this regular coochie. LV. LV is LV is high class that you buy them and only you got that pair. Everybody had this coochie. It's ain't designer, but whatever. It ain't even exclusive, but it's another story. Girl, this coochie ain't even exclusive. Come on. You got 4 kids. That ain't bad. But whatever. I just wanted to break that down because I didn't like Elon saying Trump was on the Elon list. When Trump was hanging around him because he was getting money. He was getting money already. Them things he was doing, them illegal things he was doing with minors and stuff, that ain't how he got his money. Epstein was getting money. Epstein was getting money. He wasn't getting that money from that. Those people start participating in that stuff after they get money. Now, they might have little quirks and little weird habits, but they don't be established in that type of situation. Diddy wasn't established to do that till he got money. Everything Diddy doing based on money. If he couldn't pay them women's rent, if he couldn't take them women on them fancy dates, if he couldn't take them to top notch hotel, none of that would have been happening. That was all based on his success. So they have his success first. Epstein had success first. And usually that's how it goes. You have success, and then success make people start bowing down to you. And then if you don't got no self-control, you start to abusing your power. So Epstein got to a point he started abusing his power. And then you end up being addicted to your quirks and to your sins. And then you become addicted, and then you get sloppy. And then you get sloppy, and then you get caught. That's how it always works. Even when you're doing illicit substances, you start out, you're super careful. Boom, you're trying to get a bag. You're getting your little money, it's stacking, you put it in a shoebox, you putting it away. After a while, you get more money, more money, more money. What you start doing, you start showing everybody you get money. First mistake. Now you start looking different. Everybody seeing you dressed different. Everybody see the cars different. Now you didn't change the program. You didn't start out like that. Why you don't stick with the way you start out and just stack the money? No. It starts going to your head. You start changing from what you're doing. You start becoming sloppy. You get busted. That's what happened to Epstein. He started getting sloppy. He started getting addicted. He started getting addicted to your own, what you're doing. He became a madman. Guarantee you Epstein was crazy by the time they caught him. Guaranteed he lost his mind. For one, he brought that woman in, showed her all that. Right there. Right there. That woman that he was with, I don't know if that was his wife or who that chick was, but right there, once he brought her in like that, he was sloppy. And then she was sloppy. And then they went and grabbed her and she told everything. Because you become addicted to your sins. So for brothers to come over here and try to take my conversation like I was defending Epstein, this just show you the low IQ in the community. You understand? It's low IQ. Because I was trying to show the list, and I had brothers coming over here trying to show Epstein wasn't no good, as if those two conversations, them ain't even the same conversation. They what I'm talking about. Brothers came over here talking about Epstein ain't no good and all that. Bro, what that got to do with the list? And brothers wanted to come try to act like because I'm saying the list ain't legit, they so slow, they trying to them, they hear that Epstein is not guilty. I don't know how that got to do with that. I don't know how saying everybody on the list ain't got nothing to do with that, got nothing to do with what Epstein was doing. Like, those ain't even the same conversations. So people want to come and say, but Epstein was horrible in that. Bro, what that got to do with the list? See what I'm talking about? That's why I don't hang out with a lot of brothers. I don't hang out like that. I don't hang out because you ain't going to really go nowhere. It's just a few black men. Black man, if you want to do business with a black man, it's only a few you're going to be able to do business with. The rest of them is going to turn to a beef. You're going to lose money. It's going to be a bunch of unnecessary arguments. Business not going to get taken care of. Because the black man been a slave so long and been being told what to do, he don't know how to think on his own no more. He got a slave mentality. And he want to argue with what he think is another slave. He don't want to argue with the slave master. He want to argue with the slave because that's the only one he was allowed to argue with. So a black man, he can't wait to try to debate me. Soon as he see me talking. Soon as he see me talking, before he even know what I'm talking about, before he even listen to the conversation to see what I'm saying, if it make any sense, he's trying to find something wrong with what I'm saying immediately and go against me immediately before you even know what I'm saying. Facts. I could come over here and talk 5 minutes. I have not even said what I'm saying. The black man ready to argue before I even lay out, you know, before I even lay out my thesis, before I even lay out my conversation, before I even lay out the lecture, here they come. The lecture, I ain't got to the point or nothing. Then I got to spend 20 minutes trying to show one brother the point. They'd be like, yeah, you right. Maybe you should have shut your goofy ass up in the first place. What about that part? How about you shut up and let our brothers talk? And if you know so much, why don't you do like Big Pharaoh do? That's the all you brothers want to question me. If you know so much, let me know when you got a channel and stand on something like me and stop being a leech and a parasite all on me when I'm getting up, putting my clothes on, going live, got the camera, got the stuff, doing something. You want to sit on your butt on your phone and try to go toe-to-toe with me. If you want to go toe-to-toe with me, then go toe-to-toe. Go the whole toe-to-toe. Go get you a channel and stand on something. Let me see how many conversations you can come up with, how intelligent they are. Or is you just going to be a follow fashion monkey and just say what everybody else want to say? And mad because I'm not saying what everybody else want to say, because everybody been saying the Epstein list, and I'm coming over trying to tell my people the Epstein list is jive. It's garbage. The Epstein list don't mean nothing. Everybody got a list. United Airlines got a list. American Airlines got a list. What do a list mean? Nothing. A list do not mean you know the people's crimes. This list means nothing. All it means is people he was hanging out with. You can't jump to conclusions that the people he was hanging out with, that he let them know what he was doing. Because you're not going to let nobody know what you was doing except the people into that world. I'm not allowing the brothers to say shit. I'm not allowing you to do nothing. It's called Pharaoh said that. It ain't called Lenny said nothing. Okay? I'm not allowing nobody to disagree with me when I'm teaching. Now, if you want to disagree with somebody, go find somebody else, Lenny. I don't want to hear what you say, period. And you not my brother. You just another black dude. Oh, you talking about me? Okay, I thought you was talking to me. See, I'm finna jump out the window. Okay, my bad, Lenny. I'm thinking you telling me allow other brothers to speak, and I'm like, nah, bro, because they ain't trying to help the people like that. I'm trying to help the people, Lenny. You're right, Lenny. I'm trying to listen. The only reason I came over here and talked about this, because I seen Elon say Trump on the Epstein list. And I'm like, well, what? That's foul. That's foul. I got you, bro. That's foul. Like, okay, so because Trump was hanging out with Epstein, what that mean? That don't mean nothing. That do not mean that Epstein told him what he was doing. Now you good, Lenny. That does not mean that Epstein told him what he was doing. Now he might have known and he might have not. But I don't believe in jumping conclusions. I need evidence. As a black man, we always thrown in prison with not efficient evidence. It's always hearsay and innuendos. And then we found guilty. I'm just not the type of person that's just going to judge all these people and say just because they was around him, they knew what he was doing. Because that's not real in real life. Like in real life, that's just not real. But just because you're around me, that don't mean you know what I'm doing. I can only speak for myself. I was a notorious dealer. Seriously. And the people I was around, they didn't know that. So what if you got a list of all the people I was around? If you had a list of all the people I was around there would be nobody on that list really that know what I was doing. How you're not going to even be able to put the people I was doing crimes with on no list because the crimes is hidden. You don't do crimes like this. There is no list. If you're doing illegal stuff, you ain't got no list like this. I'm sorry. There is no list. This is all fake. There's no way you're gonna have a list like that. I don't know. Maybe it's me. But from what I know, loose lips sink ships. And if that many people knew what he was doing, his ass would have been locked up 20 years ago. He would have been locked up. These people can't hold water. They would have told. A lot of Americans don't know that him on that island, because this was international. This wasn't American. These were sheiks and princes of royal families flying out there for that small group. I guarantee you it was no more than 50 to 60 people, if that many. It could have been 10, 15. It wasn't like, and nobody could be identified. Nobody could be identified. When they have those type of parties, and this is for the young people watching me. So you be watching these movies, they be showing you in the movies. Let me show you how you have to come to an Epstein type event. You have to come to those events anonymous, like this. See, when you see this, you don't understand they were showing you how they would dress when they was doing real evil stuff. When they was doing stuff and you're a mayor or you're a king and you're doing this crazy stuff and you don't want your royal subjects to know that you was at this event, this is how you would come to the event. You see the gloves he got on? You can't see their hands or nothing. A lot of times they would put makeup around their eyes so you couldn't even see the color of their skin. See, when you just see the masquerade, you just think it's just a joke. No, this is how you go to the type of events that Epstein would have. And you would be separated. Y'all, you in this room, you in that room, you in that room. Okay? You understand? This is how you go. So if somebody there, you ain't gonna know it. You ain't signing your name on nothing. You ain't signing your name. Just like if you got cryptocurrency, that ain't registered to your name. They give you a bunch of numbers. So when you come to those events, you ain't gonna use your name. You're gonna use some other code. And even the person having the event don't want to know who you are. I don't want to know who you are. It's a fact. This is how they protect themselves. What happened to Epstein, he got addicted to what he was doing. And he started doing stuff on the side to feed his own pleasures and got caught. And when he got caught trying to feed his own pleasures, he became a threat. So he had to go. He had to go because he got sloppy. That's what happened with Epstein. Simple and plain, he got sloppy. He got sloppy. Now, some people on the list probably are guilty, but I'm not into just saying, oh, Clinton. I just ain't going to say that. I got no proof. I got to have proof. I can't just say it just say that. I got to have something substantial to put you in that. And so this Epstein list, I can't believe, well, I do believe that the government and the news won't clarify that and say, listen, this list don't have nothing to do with nothing. And you cannot assume that everybody was doing business with this man got anything to do with those illegal activities, because this man made his money from legal business. That's why I don't understand. The man made his money from legal business. So I'm not understanding how they trying to associate everybody with him. Look, Epstein joined Bear Streams in 1976 as a low-level junior assistant to a floor trader. He swiftly moved up to become an options trader, working in the special products division, and then advised the bank's wealthiest clients, such as Seagram, President Edgar Bronfman, and tax mitigation strategies. Jimmy Kane, the bank's later chief executive officer, praised Epstein's skills with wealthy clients and complex products. In 1980, 4 years after joining Bear Streams, Epstein became a limited partner. In 1981, Epstein was asked to leave Bear Streams for, according to his sworn testimony, being guilty of Reg D violation. Even though Epstein departed abruptly, he remained close to Kane and Greenberg and was a client of Bear Streams until it collapsed in 2008. So he started doing stuff. Let me show you. They say speaking in codes. He started doing stuff that the OGs taught him, but he got caught. See, they don't want to tell it. But if you know how the Babylon system go, because whatever he got in trouble for, who he learned it from. So somebody showed him a way to cheat or whatever, and he did it, but he got caught. So then he went and he started this company to help you when you get scammed. So then he went and started this. In August 1981, Epstein founded his own consulting firm, Intercontinental Assets Group, Inc., which assisted clients in recovering stolen money from fraudulent brokers and lawyers. Epstein described his work at this time as being a high-level bounty hunter. He told friends that he worked sometimes as a consultant for governments and the very wealthy to recover embezzled funds. So he started working for these rich people that people was cheating to go get their money. And that's how he started making connections. But within that world, right? Within that world, nothing happens in that world. Everything happens after work, having drinks at some lounge or something. This is when the dark side, you get approached. It's always off to the side. It's never in the mainstream. So he started providing, I guarantee you start providing underage girls to these rich men. That's what happened. Because when you get in, your off time around these people is when they present you the dark side. It's the same thing happened to Diddy. It's never while you're doing your business. It's always when you off and you just chilling and socializing with these people that they come to you with this kind of stuff. Only after you've been vetted And they vet you without you knowing you're being vetted. So they watch you and they watch you before they let you know how they was functioning. And Epstein liked young girls. He liked teenagers. And so they seen he liked teenagers. So then they let him know, I like them too. Or I like animals. Or I like this. I like that. And he took one business and he just started another business, providing these people for these people. That's what he did. So now everybody trying to guess, who did he provide these people for? But what a lot of people don't understand is that when he became a bounty hunter to collect funds, he was doing that internationally. Germany, France, England, Australia, Asia. So when Americans try to isolate what he was doing to American and show all these Americans, nah, what he was doing wasn't even American. That's why they didn't catch him for a long time. He was on some international stuff. This stuff is international. That's where he got the money from. That's how he was retrieving the money. People couldn't get their money because these was international con artists robbing. It was the rich robbing the rich. And he started a company to go get your money back. You some kind of investment firm and I invested there, nothing happened and you just disappear. And then I get Jeffrey. Jeffrey go find you and get my money back. That's how he ended up working with the Secret Service and the KGB and the CIA and the FBI, chasing down these crimes because they was looking for these criminals too. But what Jeffrey do is just make them listen. They looking for you for a crime. Just pay the money back. Just pay them. That's how he got in the gang. He was like a bounty hunter. If he was cheating people, he was a bounty hunter for rich people that was cheating rich people, basically. So that list ain't got nothing to do with what he was on and stuff like that. That list ain't got nothing to do with that. So when you see them trying to throw the Clintons and Obama and all of them in these stories, they don't got no proof of none of this stuff. It's just conspiracy. That's all. It's just conspiracies. They take conspiracies and just run away with it, which ain't healthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like conspiracies because conspiracies help real crooks get away. It's like the boy that cried wolf. And then when the wolf really came, nobody paid attention. So I don't really like conspiracies because conspiracies hide the real wickedness. So like you got real wickedness. Then you got people that make up conspiracies about wickedness. And the conspiracy hides the real wickedness. And they got it set up so when you fight against the conspiracy, they want to say that you're trying to help the wickedness. But the conspiracy ain't wickedness because it's false. It's a fake conspiracy. Meanwhile, the real wickedness is going on unscathed because they got you looking at the fake conspiracy. That's why social media lets you spread conspiracies. Because if you put enough conspiracies out there, everybody can get away with everything. Because everybody be like, ain't none of this stuff happening. Now it's wide open. You put people to sleep with fake conspiracies. Like think it's really smart to create some type of scenario that don't nobody know about this. This is a conspiracy. This is what they really doing. You know, I be watching Big Homie CC, but it got corny. You know, that's the homeboy and stuff. But all them conspiracies he's saying, that is just corny. It's just become that this whole thing now is just all these weirdo conspiracies. You know what I mean? Some shit he heard, he try to repeat it and try to make it sound like it's real. And it's like, bro, you know, and it's popular. He was going up. He was doing good when he was talking about real stuff. And all of a sudden now him and Dugas, boom, there ain't nobody watching them no more like that. Because it didn't got too corny. Just talking about a whole bunch of conspiracies. But ain't really talking about nothing that could really help nobody in real life. What that got to do with real life? And what we really going through out here? All these children up here that they done brought across the border illegally, they're still here in dark holes and stuff everywhere. Everywhere. We don't want to talk about that. So I don't like the Jeffrey Epstein list thing. I think it's a distraction. That's what I think. I think it's a distraction. The entire Jeffrey Epstein list and who's on the list and all that. And, you know, now Trump, you know, Elon trying to say Trump on the list. We all know how that's going to go. Trump going to close down his whole factory, his whole new building he got in Memphis that's polluting. Trump will probably close it down. Trump will probably shut down his space stuff and all that. Elon is playing with the wrong one. He the richest man in the world, but you're playing with the president. Everything Elon got, it's gonna get shut down. He is not gonna beat no Donald Trump. He gonna take an L for that one. He should have just left Trump alone, and he should have just left quietly. You know what I'm saying? He should have just left quietly. I don't know what he's thinking, but you're about to see the end of Elon Musk. He finna be done. That money not gonna protect him. You know what I'm saying? That money not gonna protect him. See, Elon bogus. Elon was right there. Elon was right there, excited that Trump was abusing his power as president. He was with it. He was with Trump doing a lot of illegal stuff as president. A straight abuse of power. And now he's beefing with Trump. And what do you think gonna happen? That same abuse of power. He gonna shut all your stuff down, just like he been doing. Elon is finished. Remember I said it first, before it happened. Elon is finished tomorrow. Because we know Trump worked late at night when it comes to beef. And when he went and said that Trump is on the Epstein list, I don't know what's wrong with Elon. Elon should have he should have never made this mistake. He should have never made that mistake. I don't know what's wrong with him. He let that money go to his head. They'll take every dime you got messing with governments. You're not a government. You cannot be the government. Crazy. So that's all I'm going to talk about that. That's going to go bad. But I just wanted to, I was talking about to somebody that didn't want to listen to what I said. I said, well, let me go tell my audience, listen, don't do the list. Don't do that. Don't do the Epstein list. That's some fake stuff that they let get out here that's not realistic. Those people on that list don't mean absolutely nothing. And I think it really, really, everybody on that list should sue anybody to make them insinuations. Like that's a lawsuit. Like you can't insinuate that I did no crime just because I'm on this list. I don't know where nowhere in America you could get away with that. That's like you ain't got no proof or nothing. You just got my name on a list. So just because I came to visit him or went to his island or something, it's like, what do that mean? The man had to do normal stuff. He couldn't be a villain all the time. He never would have got nowhere. So you got to have the business Epstein. He's not walking around with that persona where he messing with minors like that out there like that. He's carrying this stuff. He ain't letting nobody know he doing that. Y'all believe Epstein was walking around sloppy like that? No, that was like something else buried. He wasn't nobody in Hollywood or nobody he knew he was doing that type of stuff. He would have been blackballed. You know, they trying to act like everybody want to get on the Epstein plane and go do weirdo stuff. These guys that's got these big jets that was doing that stuff, that was stuff they did very minor, a little bit on their off time. They was mainly chasing money. They was not going to ruin their money with the weirdo stuff. These is big businessmen. They know how to get money. They know how to hide that stuff. They know how to hide that stuff. They know when to pull that out, when to do that and when not. They're not stupid. They know they can't just show everybody that. They're not walking around with that on their sleeves. If you go to a Hollywood party, they are not going to approach you with no weirdo stuff. That's fake. They're not gonna approach you. Now there's no group. Now some individual might try to flirt with you. And then the powers that be, they'll probably watch to see your response with that individual. But they're not approaching you with that. Not like that. It doesn't work like that. You don't get in the music industry or movie and they just approach you. They don't do that like that. It's a slow process. They'll pretty much let you self-destruct. Like if you look at all these ladies with Diddy, Diddy really, they brought themselves in. Like this new witness. She brought herself into that. He didn't have to do nothing. She was with it. She was with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She was with it. And her son is by another famous dude's son. You know what I'm saying? And she was going out her way to disrespect her son's father. All spite. That's why she did it. The two of them hated her son's father, hated her son's father. She was going to try to disgrace him any way she can. She's stupid. She's going to lose her child and she's going to end up broke. Because her whole reputation now is nothing but a scumbucket. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what she thinks she's going to get out of that. She's going to be nothing now. Crazy. That's what sex will do. Like, y'all got to watch sex. Sex ain't good like that. Sex is a bad thing if it's not handled correctly. It'll ruin your life. It will. Sex will ruin your life. Serious. It'll make you do stuff you wish you didn't do. You get caught up in the moment. Especially you women. You know? You know what I'm saying? Sex, you got to watch sex. Because sex causes people to act like they like you just to have sex. And it's not until they get their fill of the sex that you find out they ain't never cared for you. They just wanted to use you. They might not like you at all. Sometimes they want to have sex with you just because they hate you, just to break you down. Ladies, you better listen to me. Every man that's trying to talk to you is not for a good reason. He want to smut you out, basically. It's not until after you've been with him a lot that you find out just how much he hate women. You understand? Sex ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It'll ruin your life. It'll get inside your mind, or you'll have a child by the wrong person, and child suffer. It becomes a thing where people doing it to try to have some type of value. They feel like if don't nobody want to have sex with them no more, they ain't got no value. And that'd just be a big mess. And then these people got all these different people they sleeping with, so they got all them souls in them. They got all them negative spirits in them. Not souls, because souls is positive. Spirits is dark and negative. That's why I don't do spirituality. So these people having all this different sex, and they getting all these various spirits in them. Now they got a whole bunch of different personalities. You're like, dang, she was cool 1 minute, now she wilding out, now she quiet, now she happy, now she sad. What's wrong with her? Too many men have been in her over her life. She got too much different DNA in there. She mixing DNA, making a monster. If you got his DNA and you mix it with his DNA, right? And his DNA, what they doing to Diddy. Yeah, well Diddy is a demon. Diddy is an evil man. Diddy is an evil man, but so many people are evil, they like him. Because so many people's on the dark side already. You eat on the dark side, you drink on the dark side, your sexual life is on the dark side, all your movies are on the dark side, all your music is on the dark side. Everything is dark. So they like him. Because people cheering for him. Because we live in a world where they'll cheer for somebody doing somebody wrong as long as they ain't doing it to their relatives. So Diddy is cool because he ain't doing that to their daughters. So he cool. They like him. Free Diddy. But now if it's their daughter, you know what I'm saying? Do I think Diddy got blackmail on top elites? Uh, I I I tell you like this. Uh, we'll know. Because if you get blackmail on top elites, they'll just disappear you. That's all. Once they disappear you and they come out, I say, oh, it's just rumors. Oh, it's just rumors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just rumors. They're gonna get rid of him though. He's finished. Yeah, he's finished. They're gonna get rid of him. He's gonna get sick. Something gonna happen, but he won't be here. Yeah, he's finished. So he losing the case, but a lot of people don't see he losing the case because they think of losing the case in terms of going to jail. No, they have totally ruined his reputation. destroyed his economics. So even if he walk out of there, he's finished. Nobody will do business with him. He'll be broke. He'll be flat broke, and he'll be disgraced. He's done it already. Nobody will do business with him. And everybody's finna sue him. They open him up for at least 20 lawsuits. Yeah, everybody's what can't wait till the trial. Everybody's gonna sue him. They're gonna sue him. They're gonna sue him. A criminal case is one thing. Civil case is easy. He gonna get sued by everybody. That lady on the stand gonna sue him as soon as this is over. And she's gonna be like, once I went to court, I realized what he ruined my life. Lawsuit, 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 lawsuit. Arrested. And nobody he gonna get arrested again. He gonna get arrested again. He gonna get arrested for the Tupac stuff. Yeah. He on his way to Vegas. He said he didn't die. Extraction, new life, new ID. If you believe that, Dan. Some people believe all kind of hocus pocus. If you believe that, I don't do conspiracies. I don't know. You can't spell. I can't read what you're saying. Is not died in prison. I mean, I don't know how you know, but you can't write, Dan. You don't look that intelligent because nothing. I'm sure intuition amassed his dues in prison. I'm supposed to believe you and you can't type a sentence? Why would I listen to you? You fail English class. Or you from another country? You must be from another country. You from another country. Whatever. Whatever you want to believe. If you think they just got to keep him alive, if you think he's valuable, think we seeing big distraction. I mean, it ain't no distraction from what? Ain't nobody a distraction from what? Nobody cares about nothing anyway. You know that always says a distraction from what? Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about a lot of stuff, Tom. They say distraction. Distraction from what? Ain't nobody care nothing. Why would they have to distract you? You already eat and don't know none of the ingredients in none of your food. So show me where you've been paying attention. Because you got to be paying attention to be distracted. You ain't paying attention. Like that, they come up with these terms and they say them and they catch on. Say this is a distraction. Distraction from what? They never clarify what you being distracted from. Because you ain't on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Distracted from what? They never say what the distraction is from. Whatever. If you knew that much, you wouldn't be on social media. If everything is a lie, to them, that means you a lie. You everything. That means what you typing is a lie. Everything is a lie, right? Okay, what you typing is a lie. That's everything. Your name is a lie. That ain't your name. How somebody with a fake name gonna say everything is alive like you real? Your name Tomb. Your name Tomb, bro. You represent lies. You are fake. You know your whole account is fake. Your name is not Tomb. So how you gonna say something about something fake and your name Tomb? Make it make some sense. You're not real. You're a tomb. Why would I listen to somebody call themselves Tomb? Why would I listen to you? Your name is Tomb, bro. Your child name is Headstone and Graveyard. Yeah, you two. Let me tell you, you two weirdos. Y'all come back tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, y'all come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. I might got more tolerance. Yeah, y'all come back tomorrow. The dude that can't spell and tune. Y'all come back tomorrow. I'll listen to you tomorrow. I promise. I swear to God. I swear to God, I'll listen to y'all. I swear to God. He typing. He ain't finished school, but he knows stuff. Welcome to the internet. They got all these phones in this machine, and they be coming on your lives. Y'all seen them? Y'all seen that big computer system with all them phones in there? That's the people you be arguing with on social media. It's like a phone that's hooked up to some computers. Y'all seen that video? A lot of these ain't even real people. It's just trying to make YouTube look more active than it really is. There ain't that many people over here like they like that. A lot of these is bots. That's why it can't spell. You ever went to AI to get them to draw your picture and you got to say it 1,500 times and keep spelling stuff wrong and making it wrong? I'm like, they going to turn the world over to this? So that's that, y'all. I just wanted to touch on that. I just wanted to touch on that. Don't y'all get into the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. That's all fake at this point. Okay. They're not going to never prove who was where and all of this. It's just for news clips and sound bites. Okay. They're never going to expose who was doing what. The big money spenders were the same people watching the dark web with Diddy. They ain't even in the country. They do an international business like that. When you come to that type of underage stuff, that's not local. That's international. That's Europe, especially. Big, big in Europe. Big, big in Asia. Them the people watching that stuff. That stuff ain't even American like that. It's international. If you watch the trial for Diddy and you listen to what this woman is saying, right there, you know what they showing you at the Diddy trial today and yesterday? They showing you the spread of HIV. Yeah. They showing you the spread of STDs, STIs, and HIV. They showing it right to you. But ain't nobody seeing what I'm seeing. Because if these women is doing all this stuff, HIV, think about it. Think about what he had Casey doing. Think about all these people spreading these body fluids like that while HIV is on the rise. That's what you're watching. When you watch the Diddy case, you're watching the spread of HIV. There's so many people gonna want to do what they was doing. I want to do that. So many young men gonna try to make their women do all that stuff. And man, in 2 years, watch. It's gonna be an HIV epidemic. You watch. You watch. The girl is testifying now says she went here. They was getting on the phone calling sex workers to come, and she was just having sex with all these random people off the internet. Her and Diddy back and forth. That's HIV. Nobody talking about what they really showing you. They are showing you the spread of HIV. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Just look at it. You'll see. It's spreading in Thailand. It's spreading in Europe. It's spreading across the South. They don't even tell you. It's spreading like wildfire. They're not telling. Yeah, I heard that story. But it's spreading like wildfire. Florida, New Orleans, Mississippi, Georgia, Atlanta. Atlanta's a hotbed. California. It's on its way to Chicago, Milwaukee, Texas. Oh, it's on its way. And they just spreading it. They pushing that lifestyle. Right there, they pushing it. People's watching that. They're gonna want to do that. Diddy is still people's hero. Tell me something. All the men that want Diddy to beat their case, that Diddy's their hero, how you think they're gonna behave? They finna try to do what they seen Diddy doing. I guarantee you Diddy and them got all kind of STDs and STIs. I guarantee you they contagious. I guarantee you. I guarantee you they contagious. Ain't no way they doing all that thing contagious. They got all type of stuff. They willing to live with that stuff for the bag. Give me the bag and I'll live with it. This ain't the time to just be sleeping with strangers. It's time to really find somebody clean. You're gonna have to go to the clinic before you become a couple. All you gotta do is listen to that case. It's frightening. You see, the new girl said she went and they was just calling people out for. They was searching people that they seen and porn sites, and then DMing them, and then having them come to the room, and then just doing all type of stuff with them. She said the one guy stank and everything. Did he still try to have her do? They just calling just strangers, and then they all using. And what happens when you're using all these different drugs? See, they ain't telling the whole story. When you using all that stuff they say you using, you know what you end up doing? You end up shooting up. Yeah, they all shooting up. They just don't want to tell that part because that part is too dark. But I'm willing to guarantee you, I can't say I know this, but I'm saying highly likely they using them needles too. Why they named everything except H? Y'all don't find that unusual? They named everything. They was using everything. They never mentioned H. And y'all know. Y'all know. They own that stuff. And they spreading them diseases. Y'all know. They spreading them stuff. You ain't see that women got some mental illness, like there's something wrong with them. Women never used to would do stuff like that. You don't see that women got issues. The one little girl said she was only 100 some pounds because of all the drugs. A lot of people ain't seeing what I'm seeing. You seeing the fall of society. That's why homeless people everywhere and stuff. A lot of these people, remember I said it first, mark it down. It's 2025. Man, by 2029, 2030, all them people going to be bums and like homeless. Watch. They're going to be junkies on the streets. From billionaires and millionaires and models and stuff, they're going to be mad. Have y'all been paying attention how many of these celebrities is living in their cars? I don't know if y'all paying attention. If you watch the Diddy trial, it's showing you something else that don't nobody want to talk about. It's showing you the degradation of society. It's falling. That women is out here with low life, like dudes that ain't nothing, and men is like got various sexual preferences. Where the penitentiary life have came into the regular heterosexual life, and so now men is heterosexual penitentiary dudes. They sleeping with anything. I know y'all ain't noticed that it's showing you that men is sleeping with anybody. It's mainstream now. I don't know if nobody paying attention, but if you young, you in your teens, 20s, 30s, and even early 40s, yeah, the wild stuff is mainstream. For real. All that behavior is mainstream. They just was too comfortable. Y'all ain't really peeped that. Diddy can't make them be that comfortable. That's how they all are now. That's what it is now. I'm telling you, man, go look at it. Especially today's testimony. Go listen to it. It's frightening. This is a woman with a son by another celebrity that get up there and said she did all that. What woman would do that with her son that's high profile and the daddy's high profile? What woman would say all that stuff she said? And she was proud to get smutted out like that. It was deep. I'm telling you, man, I'm saying, whoa. And after living a long time, you start knowing when you see that, Then it's common. It's everywhere. That's why you see it. By the time you see it, it's everywhere. This is how it is. This is what they doing now. That's why so many of the young female rappers look like boys. They look like they're trying to be cute boys. The female rappers and the male rappers look like they're trying to be hard girls. Y'all ain't notice that? The male rappers is like hard girls. And the female rappers is like soft dudes. Y'all ain't notice that? If you young and you dating, y'all gotta go to the clinic first. You better listen, ladies. Brothers, you better listen. Gotta go to the clinic. She gotta go to the clinic. That trial is revealing about society. You know what I'm saying? You can see Diddy crazy. You see people want Diddy free, and you can see he's crazy. Like he's absolutely crazy. You can see it. It's crazy. Have you heard the testimony? It's crazy. I'm like, what's wrong with Diddy? Diddy done lost his mind. He's got all that weird stuff and violence all in one. He's a very dangerous person. Gone. They gone. The Hollywood and the music industry will never be the same. This is the most revealing trial about society probably ever in these modern times. I think this is the most revealing thing I ever seen. I ain't never seen nothing like it. In terms of morality, like it ain't no morals. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Gerald, my line, Gerald Jones, it's no morals, is it? It's like no morals. Like they doing all this stuff and they having babies with each other and they just doing anything. It's frightening kind of. I was like, dang, they doing all this like this? It's nasty too. It's nasty. It's nasty. You meet a chick, if you ain't took her to the clinic, you better wrap it up, bro. Because I know how this goes. It's going to be this trial. Summer's coming up. By March, HIV going to hit the news. It's already happening, but it just, before it hit the news, they got to get crazy. So it's already bad. They be knowing it's bad, but they don't report it. The news won't report it until it gets bad enough to get some views. But by next year, I predict it's going to be crazy because they're doing all that Discover Black. You can't tell me them STI and STD and them HIV numbers. You can't tell me that's not going up. Man, that stuff is going up. You can't tell me that's not going skyrocketing. Did you hear the amount of drugs they was taking? And I ain't never heard nothing like this before. I don't keep it real. I've never heard nothing like this. That girl named like 7 drugs she was taking. Like it was cool too. And they was naming what they do. This one make me feel relaxed. I take this make me do that. I take this. I said, what? I don't even know what ketamine is. What the hell is that? Never heard of it. Never heard of it till I heard Elon Musk was addicted to it. Never heard of it. Never heard of Cocoa Puffs. I never heard of none of that stuff. With the Fenty out here too? Oh man. Oh man, it's gonna be a bad summer. It's gonna be a bad fall. It's gonna be a bad winter. And it's gonna be a real bad 2026. It's gonna go bad. I don't see how it can't. Elon gonna OD. Elon ain't finna OD. He gonna OD. And they got all them babies, and they gonna be trying to figure out how to split the money up with all them babies. Yeah, they getting into it big time. This is a time to exercise and work out and protect yourself. Don't be out here kissing strangers. Don't be out here having sex with strangers. I'm telling you. Don't let nobody stress you out. See what I'm saying? And they taking that stuff like it's fun. Man, this Diddy trial is spooky, boy. I don't know if nobody see what I see, but sometimes I just have to turn it off. It seems like it'd be too dark. Especially this last girl, this the evil. Man, this last girl is a demon. I'm telling you, man, this last woman that's got the baby by the big time celebrity, because they don't want you to say none of that. That lady is evil. That lady has really got that devil stuff on her, got like possessed by something. I believe that. Because nothing she's saying sound like a normal woman. She sound crazy, for real, like crazy. Just think about it. We living in an age where you're gonna have these really pretty women that's crazy. Like their insides is ugly, ugly and dark, and the outside's like a model. So you getting with her, you never gonna expect that shorty gonna be this crazy. She don't look like how she finna act. This girl getting smutted out like that, she don't look like no smut. It's getting crazy. The women, the women that are very attractive is just acting like they as ugly. They just doing anything. Like they got super low self esteem and they addicts. All these women's addicts. I never seen none like that before. I didn't know all these women was addicts like that. That these men is getting these women on this stuff and making them addicts, and the men is addicts too, and it's addict couples. Don't y'all know all these addict couples? That's finna crash. The housing, the jobs, man, all that's finna crash. All that's, man, listen, all that's finna crash. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this whole thing is finna crash. If you got that many people out there doing that, along with all the other things going on, this is finna crash. I can't see how this society gonna sustain. It's gonna crash. Because that means a whole bunch of people doing that. Then they didn't show that, which means a whole bunch of more people gonna do it. So it's finna be like a pandemic, like an epidemic, like an epipandemic. It's gonna be like an epidemic and a pandemic mixed. You could see it. Like seriously, I was surprised. I could not believe that, Gerald. Joe, I could not believe they was like that. I said, they getting down like this? I said, this how they living? Then I've been going back looking at footage of Diddy over the 2 years, last 2 years. I said, oh, hell yeah. He gone. He gone. They just doing anything. They ain't even freaks no more. They got to come out with a new name. They ain't no freaks. That's something else. Cause ain't nobody doing that. What they had, what he had Casey doing it, what he had Cassie doing it, and all that. What they doing? Ain't nobody. No, that's some other stuff. It's extremely nasty too. They nasty. No, they nasty. It's really abomination. It's nasty. They just exchanging fluids and doing everything and anything. Where a man sitting there making a woman watch porn. What man? When did men start doing that? The man got your woman watching another man while you watch it with him. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody never was doing that. Now they don't want to be normal. They ain't normal. They gone. They becoming drug addicts and alcoholics. And they starting to use like 6, 7 different drugs. I didn't never know they was doing that yet. They using they using 5 to 7 drugs. They never done this before. I've never heard of this. They was naming the modes of each one. This one say what this will make you feel like. It make me feel like this. What this will make you feel like. It make me feel like that. I never heard that before. They was naming each one and what it make them feel like, and they was taking all of them. The little Asian girl that got thrown, hung off the balcony said, "I'm only 105 pounds, but that's because I'm a dope fiend." Basically, I said, "What?" I was, hey man, now I'm looking at women crazy. Like when I go out and see women, I'm looking at them crazy with all the fake butts, all the fake stuff they doing to their body. Then you got trannies out here, then all the drugs. So you're looking at a woman like, is this a woman? Is it a dope fiend man? Is it a woman dope fiend? How much of this is surgery? Is that a real butt? Is that like they making people? Like they making people, like really, they making these people. Cause I'm looking at these girls as they made. They are made. They're not like that. When you look at them, you like look at her body. That's made. They made her body. I'm telling you, man. I don't know if you seeing what I'm seeing, but it's like a bunch of fake people that's dope fiends, like some low life people that's like being fed. Like it's like a a money vampire. Like it's like Dracula, some with money, like New Age Dracula stuff. They ain't think about their children, their parents, or nothing. That lady don't. Man, what lady got a son gonna get up there and say all that stuff with a son? This one that's testifying now with the son, she the worst mother I ever seen. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. She's saying all that stuff, knowing her son got to live with that for the rest of his life. That son got to go, and every time he get into somebody, they gonna tease him. Man, Gerald, it was tripping me out. I know dude want to do something to Diddy so bad. I'm telling you, man, to have my baby mama up there like that, man, and my son is like at an older age, ooh wee. And it's like Diddy is a disgrace because you think you getting back at the men by doing this, by going and chasing certain men's women, and all you doing is hurting the kids. You ain't even hurting the man. Like, bro, you was a grown ass man. You still trying to do that stuff, and then you don't even like women. Like he gay. Diddy don't even like women. He just using substances to do stuff to him because he don't even like them. He's a weirdo. The trial is phony. They didn't bring all the real charges. It's like watching a horror picture to me. They should have called it the fall of Black America. That's what they should have called it. Cause that's totally some disrespectful, disgraceful stuff, and it ain't all Black American. All these women is all type of different people, and then this black dude he with these women, but these women is mixed from everywhere, and you didn't use money to get them to submit and not have no self dignity, no self respect, or nothing. And they all trying to look like that. And even when they, hey man, they all trying to show how sexy they are. So even the YouTubers and stuff, the females, they all trying to be nasty. Look, they all, it's crazy. Everybody trying to show, all the women trying to show their breasts and their butt, even if they just a content creator, they like overdoing it with the sex. Like y'all ain't seen like they overdoing it with the sex, and everybody's got a big butt, and everybody's got big breasts, and everybody's switching around, and everybody's over sexual. All these women, but you ain't got enough men to deal with these women. So what gonna happen? You don't got enough men. Unless it's me, y'all see all these women with all these butt job stuff. There's not enough men to deal with them. Where they gonna find them? What men? Where? It's like a bad movie. I'm like, look at this here. It make you really don't want to be in no relationships right now. If you was I was young, nah. I really can't say I'd be chasing no women right now. If I'm watching what I'm watching now, mm-mm, mm-mm. Cause it's just like she already gonna have an account on there all naked or half naked all the time. How I'm gonna wife this? You 29 is crazy. I mean, I couldn't imagine I was young because I got to have a certain amount of money, and she just wants some money, and she just gonna go from everybody to everybody with some money. She might give me anything. I don't think you could. I don't think young brothers can find no wife like that no more. They don't want. They don't want to be no wife. They on drugs. They don't want to be no wife. They want to be with a woman. Really, they want to get two or three women and do all kind of crazy stuff to each other and the dude. It's crazy. Discover black. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I know it's the strangest thing I have seen in a couple of years, a few years. I can't know what to compare it to. This trial is, I don't know what to call it, but it's is not good. I can tell you that. Especially this last lady. This last lady is the worst. I'm like, dude had a baby by her. She don't even care about the baby. I said, what kind of woman is you? And junkies. Unbelievable. How you gonna be a beautiful junkie? And what's gonna happen when this dude is throwing you 9,000, 5,000, when he kick you to the curb? Ain't nobody else gonna throw you no money like that. Nobody gonna give them money like that. So what they gonna do once that? Where they gonna live at? Nobody gonna pay your rent. No man ain't finna give you no money like that. Who gonna pay you like that? And you'd have been bouncing around from man to man to man. Now you meet a girl, you thinking, I wonder if she, you meet a woman and you're gonna be wondering, like, I wonder if she on that Diddy type of time. You been doing Diddy stuff? Because if so, I got to pass. I got to pass. I don't want no Diddy type. I don't want that. Anyway, man, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's weird. Y'all support the channel. And ladies, stay away from that type of behavior. Don't let nobody smut you out like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody do you like that. Victory.